The cub's cry broke through the rain. Beneath a fallen tree, a tiny paw thrashed desperately, claws scraping against wet bark. The weight of the trunk pinned its leg deep in the mud. A few meters away, the mother tiger circled. Muscles tight, tail whipping, breath coming fast. She dug at the earth frantically, claws tearing roots, splinters flying. The log didn't move. Again and again she tried, growling, biting, shoving with her shoulder, until she sagged, sides heaving. The cub whimpered. Life slowly drained out of its golden eyes as the rain hammered the forest floor. The mother pressed her nose to its head and rumbled low, a sound that rolled through the clearing like thunder. Wait. She turned toward the forest edge, ears twitching to a distant hum. Engines, voices, the metal rattle of patrol gear. Humans? For a heartbeat, she hesitated. Then she ran. Stripes flashing through mist, paws pounding the trail that led to the road. She wasn't hunting. She was searching for help. The Jeep headlights sliced through the fog as rain fell in sheets. Ranger Ben spotted movement first, a shadow crossing the track. Stop, he barked. The Jeep skidded to a halt. Out of the darkness, a tiger leapt onto the path, soaked, trembling, her eyes fixed on them. No roar, no snarl. She stood there, breathing hard, mud streaking her flanks. One paw lifted, then dropped again. Her tail flicked once, twice. The men's rifles came up. Easy, Ben said quietly. Look at her. She's not here to fight. She rumbled once, low and broken. Then she turned, walking back into the trees. After a few steps, she looked over her shoulder. She growled, but not in anger. Sir? Evan whispered. Ben nodded. She wants us to follow. They left the Jeep, flashlights and tools in hand. The tiger's tracks glistened dark in the mud, deep prints leading downhill. Every few meters she stopped, waiting for them. Her pace quickened as they walked, and soon she was trotting along the path as if she had not a second to waste. The forest closed in, thick with rain and the smell of earth. Each step sank ankle deep. Somewhere ahead, thunder rolled. Or maybe it was her growl. Darkness swallowed the trail behind them. The humans grew uneasy. Evan's flashlight trembled. Feels wrong, doesn't it? Following a tiger? Ben didn't answer. He tracked predators before, but never at their invitation. The jungle pulsed around them. Dripping leaves, hissing rain, branches snapping underfoot. Each time she looked back, Ben felt it again. That pulse of fear. Not of her, but of what awaited them when they arrived. The air grew heavy with rot and rain. The clearing. The broken tree. The cup. Ben understood immediately. Its paw was trapped under the trunk, chest rising in quick, shallow breaths. The mother padded ahead, stopping beside the tree. She touched the cub's head, then looked back at the rangers. Ben crouched, flashlight steady. She's been trying all night, he said. The ground around the pit was torn apart. Deep grooves where she dug, bite marks gouged into bark. The mother rumbled again, a sound that vibrated through their boots. She's asking, Evan whispered. Ben nodded once. Tools? Quietly. They dropped their packs. Ropes, an axe, and a spade hit the mud. The tiger stepped aside but stayed close, muscles rippling under her soaked coat. The cub whimpered. Let's move, Ben said. The rain hadn't stopped for hours. Every breath came with mist. Ben slid down the slope first, boots sinking deep into the mud. Stay ready, he said. Evan followed, gripping the axe in one hand. How are we doing this? Ben didn't answer. He crouched near the fallen tree, running his fingers along the bark. The trunk was heavy, its weight anchored by a twisted root. The cub lay trapped just beneath it, sides heaving. Its small claws raked weakly at the dirt. Cut here, Ben said. If we split the root, the base might lift. Evan nodded and swung. The impact echoed like thunder. The tiger growled, deep, vibrating through the mud. Both men froze. Ben looked up. The mother stood 10 feet away, fur plastered to her ribs, tail low, eyes burning through the rain. "Easy," he said, voice steady but low. "Stay with her, Evan." He turned back to the tree. Every chop sent splinters flying, water splashing into his face. His arms ached, the sound of the axe clashing with the storm. Then the cub whimpered again. A thin, shuddering noise that cut through everything. The tiger answered instantly with a rolling rumble that felt like thunder under their feet. "She's not warning us," Evan whispered. "She's talking to him." Ben's jaw clenched. "Then we can't fail." They wedged the ranger lever tool beneath the trunk, prying upward. The wood shifted. Just barely. Almost there. But then the handle snapped. The tree slammed back down, mud splashing across Ben's chest. The cub let out a sharp, pained cry. "Not now." He threw the broken handle aside, breathing hard. "We need something stronger." Evan scanned the clearing and spotted a thick branch near the edge. "Here." They jammed it under the trunk, digging into the mud with their boots. The tiger moved closer, her breath audible now. Short, heavy, almost human. "Push," Ben shouted. They leaned with everything they had. The branch groaned, cracked, but held. Mud clung to their boots, dragging them down as if the earth itself refused to help. Ben's shoulders burned, every breath came in gasps. The lever bowed under the weight. Evan slipped, crashing to his knees. Mud streaked his face. "It's not moving." "It will," Ben growled. "Again." The tiger's rumble rose behind them. Not anger, but desperation, a sound that vibrated through the storm. Rain blurred Ben's vision. His hands slipped on the slick wood, knuckles raw. He could taste mud and iron. They pushed again. Harder, slower, against the weight of the world. The branch creaked, then shifted. The ground trembled beneath them. Inch by inch, Ben gasped. The wood lifted. Light cut through the mud. The cub scrambled free, legs shaking, eyes wide with terror and life. The tiger lunged. Not at him but past him, pulling the cub to her chest with one massive paw. She pressed her nose against his head, a low whine escaping her throat. Then silence. Rain fell harder, washing the mud from her stripes. No one spoke. The storm had swallowed every sound except their breathing. Ben stared at his hands. Shaking, filthy, red from splinters and strain. He'd never been this close to a tiger without feeling fear. Now all he felt was awe. Evan lowered the broken branch and sat heavily in the mud. "We just saved a tiger," he whispered. Ben shook his head slowly. "No, we helped her do it. She never gave up." The tiger's rumble drifted through the rain again. Low, soft, almost grateful. The cub coughed once, then curled against her. Ben sat back, exhausted, hands trembling. Around him, the other rangers sank to the ground, too drained to speak. The cub pressed close to its mother, chest still heaving. Mud clung to its fur, streaked with water. The tiger lowered its head, licking the side of its face. The cub blinked, then leaned into her chest. Ben looked at his team. Exhausted faces, soaked uniforms, trembling hands. They'd done the impossible, but it didn't feel like triumph. It felt fragile. The mother turned her head, eyes catching the faint beam of Ben's flashlight. For a heartbeat, they held each other's gaze. No threat or fear. Only understanding. She took one step closer, silent but steady, her paws sinking deep into the wet earth. The rangers froze, their muscles tense again. Not from danger, but awe. She stopped just short of Ben, so close he could feel the heat of her breath through the rain. For a second she stayed there, watching him, chest rising slow and even. Then she dipped her head, almost touching his knee before stepping back. Not submission, not instinct. Something else. She turned toward her cub, gave a low grunt, and nudged it forward. The little one limped, but obeyed. The two disappeared into the trees, their stripes swallowed by shadow. Ben stood there, hands still shaking. None of them speaks. The men turned toward the road, boots sinking in the mud. Behind them, the tiger stopped at the edge of the trees and looked back. The same look that had stopped them hours ago. Then she disappeared into the forest. By morning the rain had eased. Mist hung low across the clearing, turning every branch to silver. The fallen tree still lay in the mud, but the paw prints were gone. Washed away overnight. Ben returned with Evan to survey the site. Neither spoke for a long time. The silence wasn't heavy now. It was calm. Ben crouched where the cub had lain, brushing his hand over the earth. "She made it," he murmured. Evan nodded. "And she took a piece of us with her." They stood there until the mist swallowed the trees again.